friends. Welcome to the St. Thomas More Communications Network, STMCN. My name is Carlos Michael, Communications Director at St. Thomas More, and this is STMO, St. Thomas More Online. Hello again and welcome back. The reason for this special report is to remind you to mark your calendars for the Synod listening session that is taking place Saturday, May 7th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Center of Evangelization, located at 1541 East Newton Place in Tulsa. According to the Diocese of Tulsa website, Pope Francis is inviting the whole church to participate in the preparatory process for the upcoming Synod of Bishops on Synodality. This unprecedented opportunity will facilitate discussion and reflection to help shape the church's understanding of herself and her mission of evangelization and forming disciples. The Holy Father has convened a synod and has asked the people of God to participate in the synodal process. What is the role of the Diocese of Tulsa? Each diocese will carry out the synodal process in a way that best responds to their local circumstances. In the Diocese of Tulsa, a survey has been developed, which is now available on the diocese website, www.dioceseoftulsa.org/synod-survey. The results from this survey will provide baseline feedback from which content for engagement sessions will be determined. Maximum participation will be encouraged through all diocesan structures and communication channels to involve the greatest number of people as possible. What is a synod? A synod is a council of the church, usually convened to decide an issue of doctrine, administration, or application. The word synod is from the Greek synodos, meaning assembly or meeting, and is similar to the Latin concilium, meaning council. Sometimes the phrase general synod or general council refers to an ecumenical council like the Second Vatican Council, which convened from 1961 to 1965. What is the goal of this synod? The objective of this synodal process is not to provide a temporary or one-time experience of synodality, but rather to provide an opportunity for the entire people of God to discern together how to move forward on the path towards being a more synodal church in the long term. Pope Francis characterizes the two interrelated goals of this process of listening: to listen to God so that with him we may hear the cry of his people, to listen to his people until we are in harmony with the will to which God calls us. What will be the outcome of this synodal process? Because the history of the church gives ample witness to the importance of the consultation of diocesan clergy and the faithful in matters pertaining to the good of the church, these discussions are given special attention. The consultations are followed by discernment on the part of bishops chosen for the task, united in the search for a consensus that does not spring from worldly logic, but from common obedience to the Spirit of Christ, attentive to the sense of the faith of the people of God, which they need to carefully distinguish from changing public opinion. The synod bishops will then work together for ecclesial consensus, which is not determined by the tallying of votes, but is the outcome of the working of the Holy Spirit, which enlivens the one Church of Christ. Pope Francis has affirmed that this synod of bishops must increasingly become an instrument of listening to the people of God. The results are then submitted to the Holy Father in his capacity as universal pastor of the Church. Once the results have been accepted by the Holy Father, an implementation phase in every diocese follows to initiate the reception of the synod's conclusions. It must be remembered that given the diversity throughout the world, the results must be enculturated if they are to be respected and applied. Enculturation is the process whereby an established culture influences and teaches an individual, group, or organization to the extent that the target adopts the particular culture's values or norms. An example of former enculturation is when we are taught the amendments of the US Constitution. Another is when we learn the local laws and ordinances in our state. An example of informal enculturation is when we watch our parents buy groceries in order to learn how to buy food. In this way, it can be seen that the synodal process not only has its point of departure, but also its point of arrival in the people of God, upon whom the gifts of grace bestowed by the Holy Spirit through the Synod of Bishops must be poured out. The diocesan survey consists of 3 parts, each containing a set of questions. Part 1, joys and concerns about the church from the people of God. 1, what fills you with joy about the church? 2, where do you find joy in your life with Christ and in his church? 3, what concerns do you have about the church? 4, what challenges do you experience in your life with Christ and his church? Part 2, listening aspect of the church. Question 1, in what ways do you feel the church encourages you to speak up? 2, how are you able to contribute to the life of the church? 3, do you feel the church listens to you or hears what you are saying? 4, what can we do as members of the church to help people contribute to the life of the church? Part 3, accompaniment journey. Question 1, how can the church help you and others to grow in your relationship with Jesus and your relationship with the church? 2, what can the church do to support people on their faith journey? It is extremely important for all of us as members of Christ's Church to participate in this unprecedented synod as the church moves forward into the 3rd millennium. Again, the listening session for the Tulsa North Vicariate, of which St. Thomas More is assigned, is Saturday, May 7th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Center of Evangelization, located at 1541 East Newton Place in Tulsa. Thank you and God bless.